Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm good, I'm
Hello.
good.
Yes. And of course, Mr. JG, you can say hi to your friend. Mr. JG? Hi to your friend. I think our feedback. Mr. JG, are you there? Mr. JG, we can't hear you. Okay, let me send him a message. Miss Lady Miss Douglas, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
I guess you can go ahead with your questions that you have for Miss CS. And when we get Mr. JG back.
Okay, can you all hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
So I guess you
Can you
have
all hear me
questions.
better now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Mr. JG, can you just give a brief introduction of your friend to Lady CS so she can just know a little bit about her and, you know, about you two, more about you two?
I think I don't see him.
Yeah, he's not. Oh, he's coming back in.
Well, Miss Douglas, I don't know a lot about you, but if you are a friend of Mr. JG's, then you are, I assume you're a wonderful person.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. JG, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. You can just give a brief introduction of your friend to Lady CS so she won't feel just ambushed and bamboozled or things like that. And just
I got you. I
ask
got
her
you.
if she'd
This
like to
is
ask any questions. Okay.
okay. So DCS, this is a great friend of mine. I've known her for time now, and not afraid to call me out when I'm wrong. So I wanted to bring her here with me on today, so that she can kind of help me along the way as far as maybe hearing something that maybe I'm not hearing.
Okay.
Do you mind meeting Miss Douglas and answering just a few questions she may have?
That is fine.
Okay. Miss Douglas, the floor is yours.
Okay. First, let me say, because I'm a business owner and I work so long, I've got like a summary of what's been happening as far as this series go. So my questions is strictly based off of me knowing him and not too much about what is happening now, if that makes sense. So like my first question would be, and I don't even know if I can say this because I don't know how much information this young lady has on him. Okay, let me not say that right now. The first question is, how do you typically resolve issues? Like I know some people like to say, hey, I just need 5 minutes, let me collect my thoughts. And I know other people is just like, hey, we need to talk about this right now. So I'm curious about how you resolve issues.
Okay. I think it depends on the topic or the type of circumstance. If we're both agitated, I would like to put it aside and then come back to it. If it's just a disagreement, I would hear his perspective in regards to how he feels about the situation. And then I would like him to listen to my perspective of it. And then we can come to an agreement in regards to something.
Okay, great. My second question, and because I don't know how much information you know, I'll just say if the man that you were dating, right, if he was in a position of power in his community, um, how do you feel like you should, how can I say this without saying it? Again, I don't know how much information you know. So,
Well, we do know that Mr. JG aspires to be a pastor, is a pastor, and
perfect.
has he's
That's
a
great.
dean. Yes, and he's a dean of the community. I can't remember the exact title, but we do know that.
Oh, that's perfect. Great. Okay. So would you know how to be a first lady? Is my question. Would you would you know how to be a first lady? Because his position, you know, aspiring to be a pastor would be like pretty important in the church. So um, is that something that would possibly like scare you away, or would you embrace that?
To be honest, no, I don't know how to be a first lady. I've never been a first lady. As far as being a leader, I lead a lot of women. I have a podcast. I have an empowerment podcast.
Wow.
I
Okay.
mean, I know that as a man, they are supposed to lead, but I would respect his wishes in regards to things. I would give him my insight on everything, and then I would feel as though he would have to make the last say. As far as like a first lady, I've never been married, never been in a situation where I've dated someone that's been a pastor or a dean, but reputation is important to me. Definitely.
Okay. And as far as children, kids, right?
Yeah.
Would
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
if you guys were to become serious now, not quite into marriage yet, but in the dating phase, something that is, you know, pretty serious at that point, but not marriage yet. Um, how do you see someone else like disciplining your child? Would that be a no-no for you? Would that be um, something that you'll be okay with? Like, how would that work?
I have a child. I have a 12-year-old.
Mhm.
As far as disciplining, no. I mean, speaking to me and letting me know, hey, maybe we should try this, or maybe you should do this. But as far as like disciplining, I think that's something that needs to come from a person that I'm married to.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm open for suggestions. I'm open for them talking, but as far as like disciplining, like putting them on punishment and things like that, I think that's something that comes from a husband point of view.
Okay. Well, that was really my top 3 questions. Should I ask more?
What?
If you feel led to ask 2 more questions, just 2 more questions, yes, please feel free to.
And I'm sorry, I promise I was prepared. I can't find the paper with the questions. I had like 12 questions on it.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm really sorry about that.
You don't have to apologize. It must be meant for you to ask questions from a different place.
I agree. Um, okay, so my next question would be, and I ask this because society is so stuck on time and time periods. If you were seriously dating someone, is there a time period where you feel like, hey, um, I really think that I should move on because, you know, this is not progressing as quickly as I anticipated? Or are you the type of person that's willing to just like go with the flow and say, okay, I'll just wait and see what happens?
I wouldn't say I typically go with the flow. I typically, as I'm dating someone, I take as much time as possible to get to know that person.
Mhm.
you know, asking the questions that I would like to get asked before we get into a serious relationship. As far as, and that just depends on how things are moving while we're dating, because the dating stage is the get to know stage. So if things aren't going how I want to flourish in life, or it's not something that's positive in my life to add to it, then that's typically when I, you know, we talk about it, like, this isn't working out, maybe we can be friends. But it just depends on the situation. I don't like to rush anything because I'm dating with a purpose.
Absolutely. My last question would be, do you know the importance of love languages? And the only reason I ask that is because I don't think a lot of people are aware that that could make or break a relationship, knowing one's love language. So that would be my question. Like, are you aware with love languages and how you respond to them, and even what's yours?
Absolutely. Love languages is very important. That is something that I did talk about on one of my episodes. I read a book called Keep Your Love On by Danny Silk. And love languages is a way you communicate, not only in your relationship, but with your children, with your family. I know all 5 love languages, and I've studied them to be able to communicate with my son because he's very difficult at times. But yes, love languages are very important in a relationship.
Well, that's all my questions.
Well, thank you, Miss. I guess I won't say the name now that we're on YouTube, but thank you, Miss Fran PD. You brought a lot of different questions out and different answers of Miss Lady CS. So thank you for that perspective that we have to know. That was excellent. And of course, you're free to stay on the date. The choice is up to you and Mr. JG, of course. So Mr. JG and Lady PD, you can converse for like 2 seconds and see, you know, can he go on this date? You think he should go on this date? What's your advice to him? But you don't have to tell us. You can text it to one another or say it out loud. Doesn't matter.
Oh, no, I'll say it out loud. I actually have to go. I have car trouble, and I actually postponed getting my car fixed so that, because I'm a person of my word, he needed me here. So I wanted to make sure that I was here. So I actually have to go get my car fixed
I hope
and
it
try to find someone to
well.
fix it.
Yeah, I
So,
pray it goes well.
Yeah.
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 I will definitely keep in contact with him on this series and find out what happened at the end, you know, the finale. But I definitely have to go. So,
All right.
Thank
Hi.
you for
Thanks.
joining your word.
Thank you.
Yes, you're an
I
excellent friend.
thank
Yeah.
you.
All right,
Thanks.
bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Now, Mr. JG, the fact that you have a friend in your life that will show up for you when it's a date and
Mhm.
she's having car trouble means a lot, I believe.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It means you may have good character. You may just have good character and a good surrounding friendship base.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's definitely a great friend.
Okay. Great. Do you want to thank Lady CS for sitting down and just chatting it up with your friend?
Lady CS, I really appreciate you for doing that. And hopefully she didn't scare you off or anything. And
She was
I'm
fine.
looking forward to our date.
Same for me.
All right, well, let's move on along. Okay, so Mr. JG, you asked Lady CS out and you all came, she said yes, of course, because we're here, and you all came to the conclusion to go where? Where do you want to go today?
I'm thinking a nice Italian restaurant.
Okay.
Italian sounds good to you, Lady CS?
That's fine.
All right, so we have an Italian restaurant, and it's actually called the Olive Grove. It is really good, and I'll go ahead and get that menu up for you guys right now.
So, Mr. JG and Lady CS, how are you all arriving at the Olive Grove? Are you all riding together? Are you all meeting each other there?
Well, if
What's-
it's okay with her, I would have a limo pick her up and have it take her to the restaurant.
For the
Okay.
first date?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Okay. Now, why'd you go with that choice?
Well, the reason why I went with that is I feel like Lady CS is a queen and she ought to arrive as a queen ought to arrive.
Okay.
That's
All right.
beautiful.
I like it.
That's beautiful. I like that.
Yes. Now, Lady CS, you've arrived at the Olive Grove, and I assume that Mr. JG is already there, and the hostess escorts you back to your table. And I'm the hostess. Hi, I'm Tasha. I'm your hostess. How are you all tonight?
We're doing good. How about yourself, Tasha?
Pretty good, thank you. Your date is here. He's told me so much about you. He's been waiting for you. He's been excited, actually. But Mr. JG,
Yes.
you can
Yes.
say hi to your date. She's here. I've just brought her back.
Well, hello. You look beautiful as always. I have some roses right here waiting for you.
Thank you.
All right. So can I get you all a drink to start with?
Can I have a water with lemon?
Same.
Water with lemon. Okay. 2 water with lemons, and the menu is right here. You all can just look it over for some appetizers and dinner. And I'll be right back with your water and lemon.
Thank you.
You're
So how was your
welcome.
day today?
It was good. I cleaned this morning, did a little shopping. I have to do an episode later today, and then I have a dinner with my neighbors. So I had made some pasta salad for dinner tonight. How about you?
It was pretty good. It's been pretty eventful. I had a prayer call this morning, and then I had a meeting, and then now I'm out with the beautiful queen. So, I mean, it can't get any better than that, right?
That's right.
All right. Well, here are your waters with lemon. And did you all have a chance to look at the menu?
No. Can we get another minute or so?
Yes, of course. So I'll be just right back. If you all have a question prior to then, just shoot me a hand in the air and I'll come right on over.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome.
So did you want an appetizer?
Yeah, sure. What are you thinking as far as an appetizer?
I've never been here before. Is this like Olive Garden?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is actually my first time being here as well.
Okay.
I heard you had a question about whether this is like Olive Garden. We're more seafood based. So we have lots of seafood. And of course, we're an Italian restaurant, but we do have lots of seafood. So just take a look. I do recommend the crab tonight. It is excellent.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mhm.
Okay.
So what is your podcast about today?
So today we have a guest speaker. She's going to talk about unforgiveness, how it played a part in her life with her mother passing away from unforgiveness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's going to be a
That
good.
sounds great.
You do a podcast
That
as
sounds
well,
like a good
correct?
episode. Yes.
What do you typically talk about on your podcast?
Like, for instance, on Monday, the episode is dropping, but on Monday, the episode topic is about self-care matters.
Okay.
So we're talking about how taking care of yourself is so important.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it going to be the first episode on Monday or?
No, this will be the second episode of season 2.
Hi, sorry, Mr. JG. Hi, I go to the church that you attend. I see you all the time, and
God bless you.
I see you with different women. And which one is this?
You must have me mixed up with somebody else, ma'am.
No, we go to that church called Fountain of Love Church, and
Yes.
I see you with so many different women. And is this your woman, or is this just somebody you just are entangled with?
Well, first off, I'm not Will Smith, and she is not Jada Smith. So we're not entangled. We're not doing any of that. But this is my woman right here. This is the only woman for me. And we're just trying to enjoy a great night out.
I'm sorry, at the church, I thought that you already had a woman and she didn't look like her.
No, definitely not. As I said, you have me mixed up with somebody else.
Aren't you Mr. JG?
Yes, I am. But I definitely do not have different women coming in and out of the church. Definitely do not.
So that's just the rumor going around at your church because somebody
Sorry,
said,
ma'am, we're trying to enjoy this date. Can you please escort yourself away from the table so that we can enjoy our date?
"Oh, Mr.
Please.
JG, why is she talking to me like that?"
Thank you. You have
Hi,
a good
ma'am.
night.
Ma'am,
Hi, ma'am.
please get away from the table.
I have a table over here for you. Your party's waiting over here.
I'll just videotape them from here. I'll go sit down and I'll videotape them.
Ma'am,
No.
ma'am, I'm gonna ask you
Actually,
to leave
security,
before
can you
do
please
that.
take her
wanna
away
show
from
the
my
church.
table?
I'll go. I'll be quiet over here. Don't worry about me. Y'all finish. I'll just show the church later, okay? Snap, picture.
Yeah.
Don't worry
you
about
please
that. I'm
escort
gonna
her
ask
away?
her to leave. Yeah, I'll
Please.
ask her to just leave. Sorry about
Please.
that. My apologies. Did you all have a
No
chance to look at the menu?
We was looking at it. I would, Lady CS, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with the special that Tasha said was pretty good and a salad.
Yeah, I'll try that as well.
Excellent. Excellent choices. Okay, so I'll put this order right in, and I'll be right back.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So do you know
I
that?
am. No, I do not. I've never seen her before in my life.
Oh,
Now, my church does a lot of live streaming, so she's probably been on the church's page and saw me from there, but I've never seen that woman a day in my life.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was asking a lot of questions.
exactly. I was trying to be polite, but I was about to be like, look, I'm trying to enjoy my date here. Can you please? It's not every day that a man gets to go on a date with a queen. So I was trying to enjoy it as best as I could.
Thank you.
No problem.
So what is your love language? Now
My
that
love,
Tina asked me what my about love languages.
my love language would be quality time and definitely words of affirmation.
Okay.
What about yours?
My top is acts of service and words of affirmation.
Okay. Okay. And also, after dinner, I do have tickets to a concert tonight if you would like to go.
Oh, sure. What type of concert?
Have you ever heard of Calvin Richardson?
I haven't.
He's a R&B soul singer. And
Oh,
I
okay.
got some tickets to one of his concerts tonight. One of my good friends is playing for him, and he got me tickets and backstage passes.
What's his name? I'm sorry.
Calvin Richardson.
Calvin Richardson. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I'll be down for that. That'd be nice.
Okay.
Did you say Calvin Richardson? I heard of
Yes.
him. Yeah, I think he sang a song in the movie. What's that movie? Deliver Us from Eva, actually.
Yeah, I think
It
so.
was called the birds and the something. I'm gonna play it so
No.
y'all can hear it. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I'm just over here eating my dinner and stuff. And I do know you a pastor from that church, and you work with the kids, right?
Yes, ma'am, I do. But ma'am, I would love to have this conversation with you. But at this time, I am trying to enjoy my date with the beautiful Miss CS, and her time is precious. So maybe we can discuss this at a later time.
Okay, because I do want you to talk to my son. You know,
Oh,
he just goes
definitely.
through things sometimes. Please. Yes, I'm going to
Definitely.
leave my number here for you to talk to him. Please just contact him.
Ma'am, yeah, definitely I will. But I would prefer it if you got with me via email, and I can leave that with you. And from there, we can I can have a discussion with your son. But at this
Well,
time,
how
I
can
would
I
like
reach
to.
you then? You have a
Ma'am,
card?
Yes, I do. Here you go. But
Oh,
ma'am, at this time, I am going to try to enjoy my day with this beautiful lady right here.
okay, okay. You
All
know
right.
what, guys?
God
Sorry
bless
about
you.
that. I don't know what's going on tonight. It's just a lot of surprises for you all for some reason. You all must be a striking couple. But here are
Mhm.
your dinners: the crab and the
Thank you.
salad. Would you all like cheese on your salad?
Yes,
Do you want cheese? as well?
And,
yes.
Okay.
and I do have dressings. I have a variety of dressings. What's your pleasure?
Caesar is fine for me.
Caesar for
Caesar.
the lady and Caesar for the gentleman. Here you go. You all need anything else right now?
Can we get a private area where nobody can distract us?
Lady,
Oh,
yes, what's up, boo?
Huh?
Boo. Who you here with, lady?
I'm here with my man. Do I know you?
I just called you last night, boo.
I don't believe
You
so.
told me to meet me up here. Meet you up here. Girl, you got my words all tangled. I don't know what to say. You looking all fine.
That's
Excuse me, sir.
That's because you lying.
Excuse
Nah,
me, sir.
lady. We've been
Excuse
talking
me.
all night. Look, I don't
Excuse
even
me,
know what to
sir.
say. I can't even get my
You
words out,
can't
boo.
get your words
I can't
together
even get
because
my
your words is
words
not
together.
right.
Nah,
Exactly.
I don't think you
We
got
was
me
up
confused.
all night, boo.
Wasn't. I was preparing for my date for today. So you can enjoy the rest of your day.
And you told me to
Get
come
your
up
love.
here with you.
No,
Yo,
no, sir.
man.
You can
Excuse me,
Who
sir.
is
My
he?
brother. Can
Who is
you
he?
please?
I
Can
don't
you
even
please
hear
leave my woman
lady.
alone?
Give me a kiss.
Can you leave my woman
no,
alone?
no. Can you back up?
I'm about to rub her leg.
Yo, young man.
okay.
Yo, brother.
Excuse me,
He is so
sir.
You
fine.
leave my
Tasha?
woman
Oh, I
alone.
You
love
to leave
her.
her
This lady has
in
asked you to leave her
Excuse me,
alone.
Tasha. Thank you. Thank you. Girl.
Boo.
I'm sorry to the couple. I'm gonna escort you to the back area to a private
Yeah.
room. It's
Okay.
just so much
Please.
going
Not
on. So
before
you all
I
can come back
grab
with
her
me.
booty.
And sir,
Yo,
our
brother.
security's right
Leave my
here.
woman
Our
alone.
security's right.
Thank you, security.
Yes, and we have escorted
I
him out.
leave.
Sorry about that.
I'm out.
Sorry about that. We're going to just give you dinner on the house. I just don't know what's going on tonight, but please enjoy your meal and have a great evening in here. And I'll just be right up front and I'll just keep an eye on you and come back periodically just to check on you. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
You're fine. Do you know that guy?
No, no idea who that is. No idea. As you can see, he had all types of lies going on.
Exactly.
Couldn't get it
Exactly.
together. He got me confused. You should have
Mm-hmm.
come up with your friend from the streaming, the church.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I should have. We should have. Man, you know what? We should have hooked them up. Man, what?
So did you want to go ahead and pray for our meal before we eat?
Definitely. Definitely. We can definitely do that. Dear Lord Heavenly Father, we thank you for everything that you have done and thank you for all that you are continuing to do. We thank you right now for this beautiful woman that you have placed into my life for this season. And we pray that you just allow us to grow together, Heavenly Father. And bless this food may be used for nourishment of our body. In Christ's sake, amen.
Amen. So
I pick up my
JG,
glass. So here's to a wonderful evening.
cheers.
See you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So what do you like to do for fun when you're not helping out the community and doing your podcast?
So for me, for fun, I love just to be in basketball shorts, t-shirt, and just hanging out around the house and
Okay.
just playing sports, being around family. That's what I love.
Okay. What type of sports do you like? Do you like all
Uh,
sports or
yeah, definitely, but more so basketball.
basketball?
What
Who's your
about you?
Oh, what do I like to do? I
Yeah.
spend time with my son. I like to travel, go on trail walks.
Okay.
I mean, I have a lot of things I like to do. I got back into couponing. I haven't did it since the pandemic, so that's what I did this morning. I was couponing. Got some good deals on some game.
Mhm.
Like to listen to music. I like to cook. I love to cook. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I can get a home cooked meal sometime for me.
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay. Okay. And my favorite basketball team is the Lakers.
Lakers. Okay.
LeBron James, of course.
I don't know too much about sports. Sorry.
Okay. You're good. You're good. So how old is your son?
Lady CS LeBron is actually from Akron, just to let you know.
Huh? What was that? I'm sorry.
She just snuck in and said LeBron is actually from Akron. That was the real
Oh.
like thing. That was
Right.
I know who LeBron James is, but yeah.
She said that because we're actually from Akron.
Oh.
Hey, okay.
And
Okay.
he plays for the
Ohio
Lakers?
in the house.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, my son is 12. He'll be going to 7th grade this year.
Okay. Cool.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Say that we're married and I'm on business travel and you're home watching my son and he does something out of character or disrespectful and you put him on punishment and he runs away. How would you handle that situation?
Well, first thing I would do is we're married at this point. So the first thing I would do is I would go out and try to find our son because I'm from the belief that when you're married, there is no stepchildren. Your child becomes my child at that point, and I treat him as if they're my own. So if you're worried about him, I would be worried about him. I would go out, try to find him, and I would be calling you and letting you know not to worry. We will find him, and once I found him, I would have him call you to let you know that he is safe.
Okay. And what would you do when you find him? Like, what would be the next step? Would you want me to come home because he ran away?
No,
Or would you be able to handle it?
I would be able to handle it. What I would do is I would have a talk with him, let him know that wasn't cool what he did, would let him know that wasn't okay, and then let him know that we will be having a discussion as parents about what would be the best punishment for what he did.
Okay.
And I would not be having you to come home. I would tell you to enjoy your business trip. Maybe we can handle this when you get home.
I like that. Okay. So do you typically have a lot of female friends?
Not really, not necessarily. Most of the female friends that I have are my cousins.
Family?
Yeah, family.
Big family?
Yeah, family. So, what about you? Do you normally have a lot of guy friends?
Not really. I'm more of woman empowerment.
Okay,
I have a lot of Facebook friends. I do,
gotcha. Gotcha.
promotional wise, but yeah. And what's your relationship like with your parents?
I have a great relationship with them.
Your parents still married?
Yes, been married for 39 years now.
Okay, that's awesome. That's great.
What about you?
Yep, my parents are still married as well. They've been married for over 45 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I'm
do you
the
have any
youngest.
siblings, or are you an only child?
Yep, I'm the youngest of 3. I have an older sister. She is 44, I believe. And then my brother is 42. So my parents are older, very much
Okay.
older.
So you're the baby of the family.
I am.
You get away with murder.
No, actually, I'm the independent one. So they typically
Okay.
like come to me for my family is a little dysfunctional, but I love
Gotcha.
them, so
Exactly.
I'm typically the go-to person actually.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Do you have any siblings?
Only child. I have a lot of god sisters and god brothers, but
Okay.
only child.
So you had it easy too then.
No, not always. Not always. I've had to work for everything that I got.
Okay. So what's your living status? Do you live alone?
Right now, my mother had a stroke about 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
So what I did was I was living alone up until then, but after she had a stroke, I came back to help out my father with the bills and everything like that.
Sorry to hear about that.
Well, thank you.
How's she doing now? Like progressing?
She's better. To be honest, we finally came to the realization she's about 70 to 80% back to where she used to be. And we just have came to the realization that that's probably the best we're gonna get at this point.
Okay.
So it's kind of been
Well,
like
thank you
starting
all.
over.
Here's the bill. I'm sorry. Here's the bill, but remember it's on the house. They still have to give you the bill.
Okay.
How did you all enjoy your evening?
It's been
We
great.
definitely, it was an experience and we really loved it, actually.
Okay, would you all come back?
As long as we can get this area, this private area, we'll
Okay.
definitely come back.
Yeah, I mean it's not in your control of what happened. We apologize about that, but yeah,
Yeah,
come back. Food was awesome.
yeah.
Then did you all
And,
want any dessert? The dessert will be on the house as well.
Lady CS, would you like anything?
Oh, I'm fine. Did you want something?
No, definitely not. I'm
Okay.
good.
Well, thank you
And
all
here's
for
you all
coming
a
to
tip.
Hollywood.
Here's you a tip.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I really needed that actually tonight. So thank you for that.
No problem.
Well, it's been a pleasure serving you all. Please do come again. I really enjoyed seeing everything and just being in the presence of a striking couple such as yourself. So thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Tasha.
You too.
Thank you. So that was the end of the date, and you all are headed to see Calvin Richardson. I actually do know who Calvin Richardson is, but thank you for remembering my name, Lady CS.
You're very observant.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
didn't even remember her
Pay attention
name.
to detail. I'm sorry.
I see.
Woman
Yeah.
of detail.
Yeah, because I didn't even remember her name.
And Mr. JG, thank you for even giving me a tip.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So I will say that you were the first guy that asked to be moved to a private area. So we have done this. We do this impromptu. We're kind of creative like that. But
Right.
one of the things we keep doing is introducing an opponent, the male figure for the and a woman figure for each participant. And one of the things that person does is try and cause division. So one of the things that I observed that you did, Mr. JG, was asked to actually be moved to a private area. That's the first impression. So that's good.
It was good because it kind of made us
Didn't mess you up.
think a little harder.
Mhm.
Carlita had to hurry up and get in there because it would have
You kind of played me, JG.
yeah, she had to hurry up and get in there.
Yeah. Now don't thwart our plans in the future like that, okay? You know we're doing something. So just stick to the plan, Mr. JG. No, I'm
I
just
got
kidding.
you. I
No.
got you.
I'm kidding. Do what you feel is best. That what you would actually do on a date. And that's what you did. I like that.
Mhm.
That was good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how did you all really enjoy the evening with us, with Basup?
I enjoyed it.
But it was fun. It's always fun with you, lady.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
It's always a
definitely.
pleasure to speak to you, Miss Lady
Definitely.
CS.
Yes,
Pleasure
it
to
is
see
always.
you also, Mr. JG. So what happens next is that was the end of round 2 for you, Miss Lady CS. That was both of yours. Mr. JG, Mr. JG. We will see you again later on at 7. And I'm gonna try to see if we can actually move that up if it doesn't, if your other date is okay with that, and if you are okay with that. But anyway,
Definitely.
okay, perfect. So this was stage 2. That's what we have for stage 2. And stage 3, we'll get into more of you guys actually seeing each other, but you guys have to actually pick each other. So what happens now is that Miss Lady CS, you make a determination between your first and second dates. You can send those to me in my DM. And then after yours, Mr. JG, you can also let me know of your final determination of who you want to move on to round 3 with. Other than that, it's been fun. And we really appreciate you guys trusting us with this process, because this was new for us. This is something that we've never done, and it has been fun and exciting. So we definitely appreciate you guys trusting us through this process. Thank you for your membership into our group. Just thank you. You guys are just both awesome. You do a lot.
Thank you.
You do a lot in the community.
Both of you.
And that is a big congratulations to both of you. You guys are enriching this society one person at a time. And that is a big congratulations to the both of you. You both are young people doing great things in this generation, and you are both very well needed.
Thank you.
All right. So other than that, we appreciate you guys. Great success, hopefully today for you, Miss Lady CS, with your podcast. And Mr. G, as I said before, we will see you later.
All
and
right.
you all can say bye to one another, and then after that, you all can we'll talk to you later. But after that, we're gonna stay on and close out our YouTube. But you all can say bye to one another.
Well, thank you, JG, for this wonderful time. I enjoyed myself. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to meet one of your friends. And thank you. Just thank you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to take you on the date.
You're welcome.
All right, then you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
And thank you all for joining us. Thank you. YouTube, Facebook, we're going to share it on there so everyone can see how their date went. And this was date night 2 for these participants. This was Lady CS and Mr. JG. They had an awesome time. We had an awesome time acting it out too. I love acting it out. It's been fun.
And always eat an apple.
Not that kind, but
that looked like an apple from the Snow White apple.
It is.
See you guys later.
30. Bye.